Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll look at an NBA star who's underrated for his talents. He was a 5'2" undersized guard in high school who went unrecruited. Him and Damian Lillard have led the Portland Trailblazers to have some successful seasons, even though they weren't top-notch players coming out of high school. Today's topic is CJ McCollum underappreciated in the NBA? So let's get into the video.
He's achieved a different level, and he's so close to even sort of advancing from the level he reached.
So taking things back, Christian James McCollum, also known as CJ, was only 5'2" as a high school freshman back in 2005. He had an incredible growth spurt and grew 5 inches going into his sophomore year, and then another 4 inches going into his junior year. He grew to be 6'2" during his senior season and averaged 29.3 points per game. He was the leading scorer for Glen Oak High School and scored 14,005 career points by the time he graduated from high school in 2009.
He's becoming an excellent driver. He rebounds well, he's defending better, he's handling the ball a lot better, and he's also still shooting three.
He wasn't highly recruited coming out of high school and only received 3 stars on his recruiting star rankings. CJ was a true definition of an underdog. He attended Lehigh University, which was a private Division I college. As a freshman, he was still undersized at 6'3" and 165 pounds, but that didn't stop him from impacting the game like he did.
His dad. Appreciate that, partner. 5 seconds to go. With a dazzling move. Probably now with 5 dunks, 6 of 6 from the field. Knutson rips a 3. So proficient in those kinds of opportunities. McCollum weaves through and knocks it down, banks it off the glass for the lead. Gets down in his stance defensively. The basket goes, and the basket will count. And you said it, they're an excellent free throw shooting team. Rivers has moved to try to free himself, get some separation off on the shot. With the ball and the lead. McCollum, the lead is 5. Here's the guy they want the ball in the hands of. Wrap around pass. McCollum, what an assist.
He started in almost all games as a freshman and averaged 19.1 points and 5 rebounds per game. He relied heavily on his consistent shooting and led all freshmen in scoring in the nation. So Lehigh made it to the NCAA tournament, played Kansas, but lost in the first round. But for a mid-major college, this was a spectacular accomplishment. CJ continued to perform like the star he was, and as a sophomore, his team took down Duke, and it was the first win the school's ever had in the NCAA tournament.
McCollum is fouled. Lehigh will be looking for that. Pass stolen. Rivers had a hand on it. McCollum up ahead. Down by Hamilton.
And unlike most college stars nowadays, CJ stayed all 4 years at Lehigh. He was determined to prepare for the NBA, so he weight trained consistently and actually gained 30 pounds before headed into the NBA. He graduated in 2013, and by the time he left, he was a 2-time Patriot League Player of the Year, 3-time first-team All-Patriot League, a tournament MVP winner, Rookie of the Year, and the all-time league scorer.
Lehigh defeats Duke in the NCAA basketball tournament.
The NBA made notice of CJ and his dominance, and he was selected 10th overall by the Portland Trailblazers.
With the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft, the Portland Trailblazers select CJ McCollum from Lehigh University.
Going into his 3rd year on the Blazers, this is when his time to shine came. Due to trades, he was now playing more minutes and became the starting shooting guard along with Damian Lillard. By the end of 2016, he was voted the most improved player of the year. He played with a chip on his shoulder, and in the playoffs, he had 3 27-point games.
Off his feet, a mid-range from the elbow, drill. CJ fading off a canter screen, receives it. Canter to back off, now it shoots a 3, scores!
Rebounds in that rout of
New York at home on Wednesday night as McCollum gets the switch and gets the rookie stepping out on it.
Over the past 6 seasons with the Blazers, CJ has always averaged over 20.8 points per game and also shooting 39.8% behind the three. He's been consistent with his scoring and even had some clutch moments in his career. But why doesn't he get the recognition like he should? Just like his teammate Damian Lillard, he's also been an underdog and not measured on the same pedestal as other NBA stars. The veteran shooting guard has shown his skills and even put up MVP numbers playing in a very competitive Western Conference. He's always been a threat on the court, but why hasn't he been selected as an All-Star?
Uses speed and the finish with
his kind of system. The same way Rodney Hood, as the new player for the Blazers, fits seamlessly with his new team.
CJ knows he's an underdog, but instead of complaining, he continues to work harder. He studies the film of players like James Harden and his teammate Dame. He wants to add more threes to his game and take less mid-range jump shots. With the way the NBA is evolving, I could see why he's choosing to do so. So by the end of this recent season, he increased his three-point attempts to 9.8 per game. Unfortunately, the Blazers took the boot in the first round of the playoffs against the Denver Nuggets, 4-2.
Dame and CJ knocked out in the first round. Kenny?
Well, it's interesting that the first thing that you hear is, job security, shakeups, all of those things right after a loss. No, they're not going to have that same kind of conversation with the Lakers, other things. But Portland has plateaued, it seems like. You have 3 or 4 years where you're kind of hitting the same spot. They did get to the
they got the Western Conference Finals a couple years ago.
And
they got swept.
And got swept, but then they really haven't changed the dynamic of what they're doing. For me, again, I think that it is some personnel issues. You have a lot of guys that, that do great things on the offensive end, but then those little things that are big, as Shaq says, those others win you championships. Those others allow you to be the big dog and flourish. You see LeBron James today. Just having guys that can complement and give you space, give you opportunity, and give you freedom to be the best one-on-one player. I always say, as the great, blessed soul Kobe Bryant had the luxury of playing with Shaq and never get double-teamed. He's the best one-on-one player in the world, Kobe Bryant was. And when he played with Shaq, he never got double-teamed. That's freedom. And then you put Rick Fox, you put Rob Horry, who are spacers, he could never be double-teamed. And so he has a freedom. Dame Lillard gets freedom occasionally, but then defensively, Chuck, they're awful. I don't know if it's Zach Collins as well, another guy.
I love Zach Collins.
Yeah, but they just don't have enough defensively defensive deterrence.
They've been here one too many times, but why can't Dame and CJ take the Blazers further in the playoffs? CJ and Dame are both in their primes, but maybe this is why they're not appreciated like they should be. Like I said, they're both in their primes, putting up record numbers, but they can't excel in the playoffs. For Portland to have CJ, Dame, Carmelo, Nurkic, and Kanter, it makes no sense why they should always go out this way. Could CJ be more appreciated on another team? He's scoring the numbers, completely confident in his craft, but maybe he's just a better fit elsewhere. And I know CJ's been loyal to Portland, but let's hope he doesn't waste his prime years, never making it to the finals. Do you think CJ McCollum is underappreciated in the NBA world? And why do you think that is? Or why not? I think it's mainly because Portland isn't a top NBA franchise, and of course people constantly look at how many rings a player has. But let me know what you think in the comments. So thanks for tuning in to watch today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.
11 of 14 shooting. 31.8% overall. McCollum